everyone, it's me, Speed Force Legends. Sorry if I've not been able to make that many videos lately. I mean, I've just been busy wanting to do other things. I've been watching WandaVision, and I'll make a video on that later, but anyway. Got school back up, and I just haven't been in a good mood to make it lately since if you've been following my latest videos about why the Flash doesn't feel the same to me anymore, why I'm mad at Sony for delaying the movies, or the whole thing about Disney firing Gina Carano and all that stuff. I've not been much in a good mood. But anyway, I decided making something really interesting, and that is top 5 spin-offs of The Flash that I think would work. Before I start this video, I just want to say that thank you XR3N for giving me this new profile picture. And you're the reason why my latest video exists, that being my last one. Go check that out. If you read the description, you already know. Anyway. Which means this is my official picture. And the reason why I chose Godspeed was because he's going to be the main villain for season 7, unless some plot twist happens, because you get it, or bad writing, but yeah. And also because the reason why I've changed it over time was because I wanted a better picture for him, or something that would look more clear. That is Godspeed. And I changed it from Speed Force Master to Speed Force Legends because I thought it would sound a lot cooler due to all the content I make and all that. Definitely sounds more legendary than anything. And this video would kind of explain why, if any of these become possible. But yeah, let's get to this. Coming in at number 5 would be a Wally West Flash show. By this, I mean how in the comics there are 2 Wallys. One of them is African American Kid Flash. The other one is a ginger who is also related to them and is Barry's nephew. And he wears a red Kid Flash suit and has blue lightning, and apparently he's also the Flash or something like that. I've not been able to check that out that much, but I at least understand the whole thing about him and how Abracadabra erased their memories about him so that they won't be able to find him. That'd be an interesting way to play it on the show, if there could be some version of the West family that's Irish. And I don't know. Hopefully, well, as long as they don't go woke, this show's possible. I don't mean to sound racist, but I mean, they put out Batwoman and other stuff like that. And anyway, that's not the point. The reason why it sounds accurate for a spinoff. Sorry, I had to go get my cat. Anyway. The reason why this show would work is because since Barry dies, well, kind of, in the comics, really gets trapped in the Speed Force, Wally becomes the new Flash, and this would definitely be a good one because I want to see the consequence of the 2024 crisis. Hopefully better than Crisis on Infinite Earths for the obvious reasons, which led into a new crisis that we don't want to talk about. Anyway. And yeah, it would just be a really interesting take. Kind of like Batman Beyond, of there being a new Batman after the old one. Coming in at the top 4 would be the Tornado Twins. That being Dawn and Dawn Allen, or at least Dawn, D-A-W-N, the daughter, or could be a new version of Nora. I mean, who knows what they're gonna do. We know at least Dawn Allen would work because she was name dropped. Although since in the comics there's 2 of them, and the other one is the son, Dawn. It would obviously make sense for it to be a show, and would be another immediate aftermath of the 2024 crisis. But the reason why it's lower than my top 3 is because I have a feeling that it might be campy for some reason, but I think it's gonna be something like Teen Titans or something, which I actually think Titans is a good show. And maybe it won't be as campy after all, because the Flash and actually all superheroes in general used to suffer from that problem, but you already know that story. If you don't, then you clearly have not caught up on history. Although the reason why it's a higher possibility than the Wally West Flash one is since there's been no proof of his existence yet, or about there being another Flash. This would be more possible, but to honor the comics, a Wally West Flash show could still be very likely. Coming in at the top 3 would be a Reverse Flash show, that being his origin, more so on how Eobard Thawne became Reverse Flash. And since, we do learn about him every season, we're like 6 seasons in and we still have not gotten his origin story yet. And this would definitely be a good one. Maybe it's like the comics where it's more emotional than it seems. Maybe he witnessed a very bad death or actually encountered Barry before the events of season 2. I mean, I'd really want to see that, especially on how he would know about there being an alternate timeline about Cicada not getting about Cicada never being caught, or about Nora's existence. And I was given this idea by DC Comics Arrowverse. Go check out his channel, please. He makes one of the best Flash videos ever. As in the idea for this show. Coming in at the top 2 would be a Kid Flash show. Mainly at least 2, maybe 3 or 7 seasons. I'd want to see what happened to him, since this would be more on my unanswered questions on what's been going on with him and why we've barely got to see him that much since season 4, or why he's been almost off record since Legends of Tomorrow season 3, actually after that. And I really would like to see that the first season would take place during season 5. Maybe it could also be like Titans, but I don't know. This would just be a really good idea. Coming in at first place would be an Impulse show. Impulse is one of my favorite characters from the comics. I mean, he's funny, and I like his storyline and all of that. Actually, when I was a kid, I used to make my own fan fictions about that and make my own villains about it and stuff like that. And the villain for the first season should be Inertia. And I would also like to see Max Mercury on the show. I mean, not just the Impulse show, but any show, mainly Flash-related, since he's a major part in the comics and we've never seen him on the show. And he definitely plays a huge role in Bart Allen's life, so that could work. And I think Inertia should be the main villain for the first season. And they might turn him into Kid Flash, who knows, but... or even the Flash, although I'd rather do Impulse since no one's been him before. And besides, I know a lot of people think this is unlikely since Nora was a lot like him, but really not that much. If you think about it, they could do a lot. I mean, if they can have another Mirror Master as a main villain, they can have another excess for a TV show. If you get my point. Well, that's all I have for you. Let me know what you think of my ideas, or if you have any for yourself on what spin-offs you could do. Not only would it expand the Arrowverse, but I think this would be some kind of a Flashverse.